Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about a very fun subject in my opinion, and that is clubbing for Gyaru. I've had some club experience before in Tokyo, only in Tokyo by the way, so I'm going to share that with you and I'm going to give you some tips on places where to go. First off, I need to say that you need to be 20 in Japan to go out. Many of the little smaller bars, maybe smaller clubs, don't have ID check, but the bigger clubs actually have very strict ID check, and I always had to use a fake ID or needed to borrow an ID from one of the people that I met at the hostel that I was staying. So I got rejected once, but the other times I always got in because I'm 19 now, so that's a little bit hard. And the first time I went there and got out was when I was 17, which was pretty awesome because, like I said, you need to be 16 in Holland to drink alcohol, so I had some experience with that. Alright. Well, first off, let me say that the Gyaru culture mostly likes trance and rave music. So the places to go for Gyaru are mainly Shibuya and Shinjuku. Now Shinjuku I haven't been to at night. I have only been there during the day, so I don't know much about the nightlife of Shinjuku, but it's supposed to be really good. And you also have Roppongi. Well, I really hate Roppongi very much, because when you walk down the streets there are many black guys who work for like strip clubs and stuff like that, and they come up to you and say, "Hey my friend, do you want to see Japanese titties? Come with me, come with me, come with me." And they touch you and they walk with you and stuff like that. You know, they keep following you, and I don't know, it's very, you know, you're not relaxed when you walk there. It's very annoying. And that actually ruins the whole experience of going out there. And the thing also is that in Roppongi you have in every like guidebook of Tokyo, Roppongi is mentioned as the place to go out. Because of that, many foreigners are there, and many clubs are directed to the foreigners. Which means that if you go out there, you will meet many foreigners and not that many Japanese people. And that's the thing. When I want to go out in freaking Tokyo, I want to go out where Japanese are, not foreigners. A tip for people who want to get a Japanese girl though and cannot speak Japanese, because of the huge crowd of foreigners in Roppongi, many of the Japanese girls that are there are interested in foreigners and actually can speak English. But like I said, I'm particularly interested in Gyaru, so I don't find that very interesting or attractive at all. So, let's go to Shibuya. Shibuya is my favorite place to go out in the whole wide world. I love it to death, and I love two clubs in particular. And these are probably the most famous Gyaru clubs in Shibuya itself. So, if you have been out in Shibuya before, you will probably notice places that I will talk about a little bit. First up is my favorite club. It's called, as you can see, Atom. And Atom, I first went to Atom when I was 17. They have very strict ID check, so bring your ID with you if you go there. Like even if you look 30 or something, or if you're 30, you still need ID check, otherwise you won't get in. And I read first about Atom in an Egg magazine, which was fun because I wanted to go out where, you know, where not many foreigners would be. And during that time, not many foreigners were there. Like the group that I went with was like the only group of foreigners there. I heard that the club Atom is now mentioned in some guidebooks, and my experience with the last time I went there is that there are indeed a little bit more foreigners there. But like I said, the thing about Atom is it has 3 floors. Not all 3 floors are always open, but in the weekend they are. Mostly like on a regular night there are only 2 floors open, and what kind of music is being played on those floors differs per day. But for example, on the main floor, the biggest floor, they play mostly house, J-pop a little bit. Oh wait, well I could look it up for you guys. Ah yeah, mostly it's all mixed. So actually that means that, you know, they have everything. You know, what I realized is that Neo is very popular there. You know, the R&B singer. So they will play Neo, but they will also play trance songs. They will play a little bit rock songs like Avril Lavigne. I got Avril Lavigne with Girlfriend. They played it there. It's very popular there, and that kind of music. And it's very fun to hang out there with all the Gyaru there. And on the top floor, they mostly have hip hop. So many Gyaru are there. And I still haven't explained what Gyaru are, but they are like the more hip-hop-ish Gyaru. We'll talk about that later. And on the lowest floor they have electro and psychedelic trance. And I actually like that a lot, and the lowest floor is made like it's in a cave. So it's very dark, black light, and I don't know, it's awesome, but it's most of the time it's not that crowded, because actually the most attractive thing to many of the customers of Adam is the main floor, because they actually have many events. What I didn't know is that on Thursday they have DNA, which means Dance or Die. And the thing is that I never understood what it was. I believe I went there once when I was 17, but because it was like the beginning of my whole Gyaru interest, I didn't really know what to expect, and they actually didn't have these nice flyers with all the info. But the thing is, they actually have nights on Thursday, which is on the topic of a particular Gyaru brand, and they actually sometimes give out free goodies from that brand. Like for instance, last February when I was there, there was on a night a Tokyo collection, and when I went there, I thought that with collection they meant like a collection of new trance songs. But we actually got a free fashion show from some of the men's egg models, which was pretty awesome, and they had some female models as well, but mostly they were models for male clothing brands. And they actually handed out so much free clothing from those brands. So if you're interested in obtaining some free Gyaru brand clothing, you should go to Atom on Thursdays.